the last level. You're now a different person. You're a completely different person. Things are becoming easier. You might actually have gotten some friction from family members, like, why are things changing? That's good. Resist that friction, keep going. By now you should have done a minimum of 4 weeks of training and applying all of these things. And what I would recommend is making sure that you actually go and do 6 weeks of training before you get into this bit, because we're going to review it all now. Because that 6 weeks, you're in the heat of it. Things are definitely happening. You're genuinely noticing strength gains. You'll have subjective feelings telling you you're doing the right thing. Energy levels are increasing. Muscle gains are happening. Fat loss is happening. And these all come before things like progress pics. Those noticeable changes come around about the 3-month mark. Now, they can 100% come earlier, within weeks. That's when you're doing everything perfectly. Sometimes it gets too much for people if they do things perfectly, but if they can sustain a few weeks together, if they can string really good weeks together, you change as a person. You realize your capabilities and you realize what you can do. So, with your training.
Now I'm going to show you what actual progression looks like. You don't need, and I'm going to show you a bunch of clients' spreadsheets at a glance here, and I could have cherry picked people who nail it and just shown you all greens, but that's not what you need to see, and that doesn't represent what's going on. You just need to see consistency, and you need to see what successful progression looks like. Sweet, so I got 5 here. I'll just quickly run over them. So if we just look at these without even looking at the numbers, you can see a trend of green. You might go, oh, there's like, he missed a session here. That's why the red's there and there. These reds over here is because I told this person to go down on a strength exercise so they can keep form better, different to the machine stuff. And then the little blips of red was like, so here he went heavier and that's why it's gone red. So that actually was a green. Same thing here. He went heavier on these ones. Green, green, green. So you can actually look, we're seeing a proper trend of green there. Next one, lots of greens at the start. So we see blips over here. So genuine non-progression there, which is fine. Actually, I remember telling this person to go lighter as well. But the little blips you can see, maybe they felt like they needed to go lighter on this one to keep better form. And then next week, they'll progress there as well. But regardless, full trend of green, ignoring the week that they missed. And I wouldn't even leave that gap there. I would just continue on from here. So move all of these to the left. So yeah, we're even looking at a less consistent block of 6 weeks, but still progressing. And if I was to take all of these weights from the last week and compare them to this second week. Another one here where we see not as hardcore progression, but very consistent. I think I had to tell this person to. Sometimes people look at the program and they'll see 3 sets of 10 and then they'll stop